Hey guys, it's Dio. Around 3 months ago, I made a video called "This is how I play Rideout Heroes." I made that video because some people were saying that I was playing on an emulator, so I wanted to prove everybody wrong. But this time is a little different. I'm making this video because some of you may have already noticed that I'm playing a little different. Some of you commented, how do you jump and shoot at the same time? And actually, if you noticed, I moved my jump button from the right side to the left side and I made it bigger. That's because I'm using my index finger, my left index finger, to jump. So that means that instead of using only my thumbs, I'm using 3 fingers. That's why. So I'm gonna show you how I play, obviously, and I'm gonna give you like a little background of how I switch from 2 fingers to 3. So let me tell you why I decided to play with 3 fingers. So I was playing Robin and I was using the bow and I was holding it. I was about to shoot, but the enemy was right behind an object and I couldn't hit him because I will have needed to jump. So the first thing I did, I left the match and I went straight to Asia server because I wanted to try it there. And what I did was move my right fire button, not my jump button. I did that after. But I started with the fire button and I put it where I have the jump button right now, so on the top left corner of my screen. And I tried, and it was actually cool because for the first time I experienced like jumping, because I was jumping with my right thumb and I was shooting with my left index while moving with the left thumb, and that worked pretty well until I realized that I didn't really need to move my fire button. What I needed to move was the jump one, because you guys know that the right fire button moves when, like, if you hold it and swipe, it keeps shooting while like you're turning, because it is not stable. It is not stabilized. It is not fixed. You can keep shooting while you're moving it. And then I realized that I needed to move the jump button because I could already just shoot and turn at the same time with the right thumb. So the problem was the jump button. So I did, and it took me around 3 days, 4 days to get used to it. It didn't take me that much. I expected it to take like a month. I was like, man, this is gonna take so much because I've been using the exact same setup for a little bit over a year. And I was like, I will never get used to this. I just better come back and use my old setup. It works. I'm good. I don't need to try something else. Then I realized the potential of it. So I recommend to everybody who ever felt like you could do more in the battlefield, or you have like a disadvantage against, like, in certain situations, try. You're not gonna regret it. It is gonna take a little bit to get used to, but it's definitely worth it. Trust me, 1 year of me playing in the same way. It's been around a month I think, since I play with 3 fingers, and it's the best. Trust me. But as I said in the video where I showed you my game settings, the way you play is strictly personal. So I'm just suggesting you this. If just in case you like to try this yourself. It's pretty cool. What else can I say? Well, imagine fighting somebody that only moves in 2 directions. He moves to the right or to the left. Imagine Chaos versus Chaos, a classic. Silent Pistol versus Silent Pistol. So what happens if you are both moving only on the right or on the left? The fight is pretty plain. I don't know the word. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just left and right, left and right. There's no vertical action. That's what I'm trying to say. So, or imagine fighting the same chaos, but now it can jump. So what happens is that it's moving up and down, and at the same time left and right, and maybe forward and backwards at the same time. So the target becomes much harder to hit, and yeah, so it's definitely worth it. You become a much harder enemy, and people said it to me. It's much harder now to hit you. Um, and something else is that this works pretty much with all heroes. It like I heard some people that use three fingers only on certain situations, like only with some heroes, because some heroes don't require two fingers. Sorry, three fingers. But honestly, I think it works with every single hero, especially the Medusa. You guys saw me playing Lilith so much, and you always saw me using two fingers, just left, right, Medusa, Shade Array, and that works. But now, imagine the Medusa Gazer that slows down the enemy. You're just hitting and jumping and moving around the target, and you stun him, you block him, and they can't even shoot you because you're slowing them down, you're jumping, and you're shooting, and it's such a nightmare, guys. It's much better, trust me. I was fighting like mid close range a chaos, and I was just jumping. You probably saw this in the All Heroes Kill compilation number 2 in the Lilith part, and you guys saw the chaos at the end that I would like, yeah, the last guy, and I was jumping and shooting, and you guys saw that I had such a big advantage because he couldn't hit all his shots because it was much harder for him to hit me. And another hero is definitely Chaos. It gives you like this more complicated target. It's harder to hit. You're not gonna hit like all headshots while you're jumping and shooting, but it's worth it because what you're gonna do is hit the chest, and then since you're jumping, the bullets are gonna go up to the head and then down to the chest. I know it's hard to, maybe you don't understand, but if you try yourself, you're gonna see that it is impossible to hit all headshots while jumping and shooting. There's no way, unless you're very trained. I know some players that play with three fingers since, I don't know, 2 years, and they're definitely better than me. But at first, it's just gonna be just chest, head, chest. So you're gonna hit some headshots, and you're gonna hit some chest shots. And with Chaos or Asani, well, about Asani, you can jump, hit daggers straight in the fucking face. It works so well. You might have seen it in my last video, All Heroes gameplay number 3. When I used Asani, I was jumping and shooting, and if you are kind of lucky, you can just hit all the headshots. Like all the daggers go into the face because you're jumping and you're shooting. I could do the same already because you don't need to keep pressing the, like, it depends by the weapon, guys. Like, let me tell you, three fingers is worth it. Like jumping and shooting, it's worth it. When the weapon has like a continuous spray of bullets, like a silent pistol, like an Uzi. For the flame stuff, you guys saw that I could already jump and shoot at the same time because I could just shoot, jump, and I could just there was like a small pause between those two actions. But since the flame stuff wasn't like shooting very fast, I could use that pause to jump and go back to the fire button. Again, I know it might sound hard to understand, but that's basically how it worked. You could, if you watch my old This Is How I Play Radar Heroes in the Lilith part, you can see that I was already jumping and shooting at the same time. But now I can do it much easier because it's easier. I just made it more simple and more efficient. Because also the rate of fire increased a little bit because there's less pause between the two actions. And another hero is definitely Robin. You can lock on the steady aim. You guys know the skill that charges like 3 arrows, and then shoot. Now I can jump. I can just jump. I can get like over objects while still having the steady aim ready. Cutlass, guys, Ragnar, jumping and shooting at the same time is so devastating for the enemy. It's scary, guys. It's scary. Well, Medusa, I already said it. I don't know. I think that's it. Asani, Parva. I mean, pretty much every hero has an advantage playing this way, and that's it.